How we doing, guys? Welcome to the preview and the predicted lineup. It's Arsenal against Wolves. We are back in Premier League action, and some will call this the VAR derby. One of the reasons for that is because I think that both of us have been on to some very contentious decisions, shall we say. Wolves in particular have been on the receiving end of some absolute shockers. Last time out against Fulham, the penalty that was given against them is just absolutely, it's insane. How that is given is beyond anybody's imagination apart from VAR. You can go right back to the game that Wolves had against Manchester United and, you know, the decision to not award them the penalty when Onana went and absolutely wiped out one of their players in the final seconds of a game. There's been other incidents. They have been on the receiving end of so many poor decisions. And you know what? I hope tomorrow is one of those games where we're not talking about VAR. We're not talking about contentious decisions. We're not talking about, you know, what if this, what if that? We're talking about a good game of football. We're talking about two sides that go out there and, you know, try and win a game of football. And it's going to be interesting to see what Wolves do, because you've got to remember they're now managed by the former Bournemouth manager last season. And when Bournemouth came to the Emirates, they caught us by surprise big time. You remember they scored like opening 10 seconds or something straight from the kickoff, which was very much tactical what they did. And then they went 2-0 ahead, and it was that whole Reece Nelson moment, you know, the last seconds, last kick. And we all thought that it's destiny that the title is going to Arsenal. And yeah, it was one of those ones. But yeah, he's more than capable of setting up a team to be able to come to the Emirates and, you know, shock you. And yeah, it'd just be interesting to see. I don't think that Wolves are going to come, you know, to the Emirates and start playing open, expansive football and try and go toe-to-toe with Arsenal, because they know what will happen. The same kind of thing will happen as what it did against Lens in the Champions League. They'll get absolutely destroyed. So I feel that it'd be very tactical. He'll have his, you know, little tweaks here and there, shall we say, to try and catch us out where we feel, you know, there might be a weakness or whatnot. And, you know, for us, it's about home advantage. It's about, you know, utilising that home advantage and being able to get 3 points. And if you look at my preview before the Brentford game last week, I said about how important it was to get 3 points because everybody else was playing each other. You had Aston Villa against Spurs, and you had Liverpool against Manchester City and everything else and whatnot. And this is an opportunity for us to play before everybody. We're already top of the league at the moment. So it's an opportunity to play first, get 3 points, and then we can kind of sit there with our feet up. You know, well clear, well in the knowledge that nothing that anybody else does will affect our league position. You've got Manchester City against Spurs this weekend. So again, it's another game with two of the sides that are in and amongst it. And one of them's got to drop points, or both. You've got the likes of Liverpool and Villa, and that they're going to be playing on Sunday because they were playing on Thursday in the Europa. So that's the downside to playing in the Europa, that you're always automatically going to be playing, you know, on a Sunday and thereafter. So it's one of those where I'm looking and saying, you know what, it's a chance where we can just go about our business. We've got a couple of tough games coming up as well. We've got Aston Villa away, which is going to be very difficult. Brighton at home haven't been in the best of form, shall we say, but Brighton at the Emirates, something always seems to happen and we just end up getting beat. So they're on paper two games that I look at and go, they could be, you know, difficult ones. So listen, let's go about our business. Let's get the job done. I think it will be a strong lineup. It will be a strong lineup, in fact, I feel. and let's go and get the 3 points. It's as simple as that, really. So there we go. Let's go and get into the predicted lineup. In goal, David Raya. And I don't think you need to debate this, question it or anything. It's very obvious that he is now the number one. And this isn't going to change. So he will be in goal. Right back, I actually feel that Mikel Arteta will go... I think he may well go with Ben White for this game. Now, I know it was Tomiyasu in the Champions League and he came off at half-time. Was it tactical? Was it with this game in mind? It might be. I don't know whether there was a knock, an injury, a precaution or whatever it might be. He actually took both fullbacks off at half-time. So it could have just been the fact he was preserving them for this game. Ben White's obviously fit. I just feel maybe for this game, Ben White might well start the game. That's what I feel anyway. But it'll more than likely be Tomiyasu. But I just feel that Ben White will probably start. Right centre-back, William Saliba. Again, this is a very straightforward decision. I think that we'll go with the strongest lineup. And we'll get the job done. And that's what we're going to go with. Left centre-back, Gabriel. And I've said this countless times now. He is very much the unsung hero of the defensive two. Because we talk so much about William Saliba, you know, Gabriel kind of goes under the radar and a lot of his performances go unnoticed. They not go unnoticed by Arsenal fans, but everybody else in general. But yeah, very, very straightforward one, you know, for me. Left back, Zinchenko. I do think that this will be, you know, where he plays. I thought Kirill done really well when he came on at half-time in the Champions League in that position. But I feel that with Zinchenko coming off and it's not really blessed with the options that you might have on the right-hand side, then I feel that Zinchenko is going to start this game. We move into the midfield area. I feel that Mikel Arteta will go with Declan Rice. I feel that Kai Havertz, as you'll get to a bit further down the line, has probably played himself into the side with his performances of late and, you know, rightly so, shall we say. But I feel that, yeah, Declan Rice will probably play as that, you know, anchor just in front of the back four. On the right-hand side, Bukayo Saka. Again, I think this is a very straightforward one. Came off nice and early in the Champions League game, which was really good to see that, you know, he was actually rested. Too many times we've had a go at Mikel and said he leaves him on far too long when it's not needed. Well, that was a game where he took him off at exactly the right time. Next up, Martin Odegaard. Good to see him on the score sheet. Looked a lot better in the Champions League game. And these are those kind of games where it might be a little tight, might be a bit difficult, and we're going to need him to be able to unlock the defences and help. So, yeah, very straightforward for me. Next to him, Kai Havertz. 2 goals in 2, 60 million down the drain. Kai Havertz has scored again. It's that simple. His performances, you know, last couple of games when he came off the bench and against Brentford, and then I thought his performance, you know, in the Champions League was really good. Scores a goal, and it's amazing what confidence does, doesn't it, to a player? But yeah, I don't think that there's too many question marks over this, and I think most people will probably be in agreement with it. On the left-hand side, I'm going to go with Martinelli. I think it's a very straightforward one. I feel that he was excellent in the Champions League game, and we're going to need the same kind of stuff from him again. We need these big performances. So, yeah, it's a straightforward one for me. And as the main striker, Gabriel Jesus, you know, got a lot of minutes under his belt in the Champions League game. I thought he was excellent. His hold-up play, the link-up, the goal he scored, just everything about his all-round game was brilliant. And that's what he can offer. And that's what we've been missing. So I'd like to see a little bit of consistency with that, you know, front pairing. They haven't had a lot of chances to play together this season. And now we've got an opportunity where we can keep those together. So that's what I go with. And it's, at the end of the day, go strong. With the next Champions League game, you can rest everybody up, and then you go strong in the Premier League against Villa and Brighton, etc. But yeah, it's for me. Yeah, Gabriel Jesus. I think that's pretty straightforward. So yeah, look, listen, there we go. That is it for the preview and the predicted lineup. That's a strong lineup for me. I think it doesn't change too much from Wednesday night's game. And I think that we just need to go out, do the business, get the 3 points. Then we can put our feet up all weekend, watch everybody else, see how they do, and see, where the table lies come Sunday evening. So there we go. Listen, if you want to, discuss the team lineup, if you disagree with it at all, let me know in the comment section and we can debate that. If you are new around here, hit the subscribe button, smash a like on this video, and I will see you lot soon. I'm out of here.